Hi, I'm Bob Brink, Fine Wines Manager for Arlington Wine and Liquor Store. Today we are talking about the wines of Tuscany, particularly the Super Tuscan wines of Central Italy. Super Tuscan wines are a fascinating group of wines that have only been on the market since the early 1970s. They started off by a small group of forward-thinking winemakers who were making traditional wines in the region, but realized that toward the western coast of Tuscany, along the sea, that they can make even better wines, but by using non-traditional grapes. The Sangiovese grape wasn't doing too well for them over there. So a small group of winemakers decided to plant some French varietals. Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Syrah being the most popular grapes that they planted. And they realized that they could create really world-class wines, but by not using traditional standards. Well, this is all well and good. However, the Italian wine government could not classify these wines as anything more than table wines. So they were relegated to table wine status for the beginning of their inception. Shortly after that, the term Indicazione Geografica Tipica was created, or shortened IGT, to represent the Super Tuscan wines of Italy. This term Super Tuscan came along shortly after IGT. The wine press kind of picked up on that term, and it's stuck since then. Super Tuscan wines will basically then just represent Italian wines made by traditional Italian winemakers using non-traditional methods and non-traditional grapes. So you're going to find mostly Cabernet Sauvignon in these wines. Some do quite a bit of Merlot. You'll also find blendings going on using grapes such as Cabernet Franc and Syrah. One of these winemakers that took a venture into Super Tuscan territory was Alessandro Landini. He is a winemaker for a Chianti house called Viticchio. They make wonderful Chiantis and Chianti Classicos. And Mr. Landini decided in about 2002 to create a winery in Bolgheri along the coast of Tuscany called I Greppi. Greppi makes really wonderful Super Tuscan wines that are at a more accessible price point than many of the more famous Super Tuscans, such as Tignanello, Solaia, or Sassicaia. His first wine is called Amore, and this is really a nice entry-level wine. And those who have not really discovered the wines of Tuscany, specifically the Super Tuscan wines, really should take a look at this bottle. This is a lot of fun. Called Amore. It is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc, taken from young vines, which produce high yields and create a really juicy, fresh, vibrant style of red wine. No oak is seen in here. You get nothing but rich, bright fruit, lots of good acidity on the palate. Something that will really stand up to tomato-based sauces. A wine that you can certainly drink on its own with traditional Italian cheeses. Absolutely dynamite, in a fraction of the cost of what many Super Tuscans will go for. Really, really a nice wine. I'm crazy about it. You can pick it up at the store for $15.99 a bottle. Really a terrific deal. A little bit further up in scale. This is I Greppi's second bottle, called Greppicante. Same grapes, however, these are from older vines. Older vines yield less fruit, so less production is there. And also, this is given some oak barrel aging. The oak barrel will impart more complexity, more rich flavors, and also create a wine that has longer lifespan. You can hold on to this wine for another few years in the cellar. Certainly drink it now if you'd like to, but is really a nice wine to put down and enjoy over the next several years. What you notice immediately, the difference between the two, even though that they're using the same grapes, is the richness on the nose. You smell that vanilla coming out from the oak. The fruits tend to be a bit more darker in style. You get really rich, almost chocolatey, dark berry flavors. and aromas. Tannins are a bit more pronounced. That's because it's a young wine. This is the 2009 vintage. Really could stand to be kept in bottle for a couple more years, and then those tannins are going to soften up. But boy, is this an explosive bottle of wine. Absolutely lovely. Hard not to drink it now and enjoy it with really rich, traditional Italian meal, ossobuco, grilled skirt steaks, something like that, something really nice to hold up. So, back to our point here. Super Tuscan wines at really affordable prices. The Amore, $15.99. The Grepicanti, $25.99. A fraction of the price that you would pay for the more world-class wines. And I think incredibly enjoyable. We hope you like them. Thank you.